the easiest place to navigate and move from one side of the club to the other is the middle of the dance floor because nobody's trying to dance.
Do you guys like receiving remixes or edits? Do you guys like to have? I know a lot of DJs that like to have remixes and edits that nobody else does, so they can put them in the clip real quick and then bring them out. Do you guys like to hoard and keep edits, or do DJs, share the wealth, if you will, amongst each other? Does it depend on who you know, or how does that work?
You go ahead, Byron.
I'm not really stingy with anything, but I will say at the club I'm at, can't really play edit. You know what I mean? I could do stuff because I try to do it from time to time in the club, like put this acapella over this beat mid song. I do it from time to time, but the reaction I'm seeing from the crowd, they want to hear the actual
original
record. Yeah. But there's other places where I have DJ where, they get a way different reaction, but yeah, if somebody wants to hear a record that I got, if somebody asks for it, I don't have no problem sending nothing over.
I like that. You pretty much same way with that, Terry? Or?
Yeah, I like edits, man, because like sometimes I'll play both. I might start with the regular version and go into the edit. Like I've done that a few times. Or just making them on the fly. Like he said, having the acapella and then putting a different beat over it. Or just mixing it all together, like just blending it with something else. But as far as sharing, if somebody asks for it, I'll tell you where to get it or how to get it, or I'll send it to you. Ain't no problem.
I know DJs, y'all really spend a lot of time collecting, and building catalogs. Like that's one thing I've always respected about DJs is I know that person has worked. I've seen his computer. I know the amount of heat that he has in his computer, but I also know that heat is obtained, is earned. It's not like he just went and somebody just gave him a drive. Like Terry's catalog has been built. I respect that.
Yeah, that's how people get it misconstrued, because somebody might start DJing tomorrow and they'll hit like one of us up like, hey man, can I get your library? No, it doesn't work like that. Yeah, like you gotta kind of start the same. Like we can't tell you to go to the record store or start digging for records anymore because that don't happen. Like when I first started DJing, I was going to Rockin' Billy's buying singles on Fridays.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, on wax.
Yeah,
learning how to keep my count on the actual before Serato. You know what I'm saying? That's how I learned. And then of course Serato came around and changed the game.
Yeah, but
it's still a matter of you knowing what to pick and saving it and deleting what you need to delete. I actually need to go through and delete a whole bunch of stuff because your computer get bogged down with stuff you never use. But you can't just give somebody your whole library just because they started. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't.
I give you a folder. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't even fix my mouth to even ask somebody for their whole collection.
The wild thing is, especially for people who make edits and they're very good at it, it's completely different. Because this is their bread and butter.
Yep.
You just can't run up on. That would be very much offensive.
Yeah.
But also with the whole thing with edits, man, it's. I like for people to hold their edits to themselves, especially if they made them. Because I don't want to see somebody out here just rocking a party and you think, because you don't know what they're doing. With the magic that is these new controllers and mixers, there's a lot of incredible things, especially after that last Serato update, to where basically you can make an acapella or instrumental out of anything. It's really opened
immediately
up
on the
floodgates.
I didn't think about that part.
Extremely creative. And if people are really down and dirty creating things in their home studio, and it's something that's fire, keep that to yourself. So keep some fire to yourself. With folders, everybody's got different opinions. It's like, okay, I'll give you some songs.
Yeah.
That I have an instrumental too, and maybe. But I had a conversation with a DJ one time. We were working together, and he would drop a song, but then he'd go into like there's a record pool situation called DJ City where almost anybody can submit something. Yeah. And he would go into that, and then it would be like a dubstep version of, and it's like, I had to pull him aside. I said, dog, don't play any more of them DJs, because you know what you did? That's the most that's the most popular song right now, and you just messed it up for an entire crowd of people. because some dude in his basement, hooked up a dubstep or rock and roll. Nobody wants to hear that.
I ain't gonna hold you.
You got to be selective with,
You have to
with your
really
edits.
be.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to actually get I actually get my edits off of SoundCloud. That's where I would get a lot of my stuff back in the day.
Yeah.
Because SoundCloud was actually a mecca of just good music that people never heard before.
Mm-hmm.
And I still got a whole bunch of that stuff. I still go there from time to time looking edits and things like that. But that's where I would get mine at. If you talking about DJ City edits,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Well,
Them joints is corny.
from a producer's standpoint, as someone that makes music, if I have an edit that a flip or something that I've remixed or something like that, and I send it to a handful of people, I want you to rock it, one, to see how it works. I always like to give feedback. So when you run it, I'm like, yo, how did it work? And all of my homies, y'all included, will say, yeah, this go, or it was okay. Like sometimes I'm looking for feedback. And I also love when like if you spinning something and you tag it and you're like, yo, I ran this tonight for you. Cause that helps me in terms of promoting my ability to do remixes and edits and things of that nature.
You know what you should start doing though, Mike?
What's
Because
that?
I've ran your stuff many of times.
What's that?
And you're never there.
Yeah, I'll shout you out.
yeah.
Make it seventh on the track.
So, like,
maybe
it's
seventh
like-
won't be there.
If somebody's not recording it, then you'll never know. You should probably be there when this happens.
Let me give you flowers. I'm gonna flip that and give you flowers. And here's how I'm gonna flip it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it even more that you're playing and trying out something that I've sent you when I'm not there.
Yeah.
That makes me even more happier because it's easy to be like, yo, Mike came in the door, I'll play it real quick. Versus you actually genuinely putting it into something that you're doing. Appreciate that, brother.
Well, you could. The event where he plays it, I mean, what else are you doing? Why aren't you in the spot?
Well,
That's a good question.
It is.
Yeah, because I've seen you in there
yeah,
before.
I've been in there. I get a little occupied sometimes.
And it's a target-rich environment for those.
It's absolutely where you need to be.
Yeah, it is target rich.
To probably do what you need to do.
Yeah, for if you are unattached.
That's very well said. That's very
it's
well
a good
said.
place to
Real
enjoy
grown
yourself.
in there.
Yes,
yeah.
and
His brother be in some grown events as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be grinning just like that when he be in the booth though.
I'm always a sucker for talent.
Yeah.
Except for the dudes that stand in front of the booth. We don't want.
Hey, that man made it a thing.
He did. That's okay. That's 100% on
Made
him.
it a thing.
That's facts.
Somebody said to me one time, it's like, aren't you ever afraid one of these dudes is gonna want to fight you?
I've
I
asked
said,
you multiple times.
Yeah, I said, but you know what? The dudes who would do that are not fighters. these are dudes who are scared to talk to women. You know, and I'm supposed to be scared of them.
Just socially.
They go home and be like, it was a movie last night. And they didn't do absolutely
No,
nothing.
it wasn't.
Didn't star in any scenes. But it was a movie.
It was a movie.
I'd
Y'all
say-
need to retire that.
Everybody swear they shoot a movie every time they go out, right?
Y'all literally will stand around and look at your phones until the one song that you want to hear comes on, and then you'll put your phone up and be like, we
30
in here.
seconds.
Yeah.
Then go back to just chilling on the wall.
Yeah. You know what's really sad? Sometimes it's once again, me talking about the young people.
All right now.
The easiest place to navigate and move from one side of the club to the other is the middle of the dance floor because nobody's trying to dance.
Yeah.
They don't dance.
They'll stand right on the peripheral.
They don't dance no more.
Like they'll be grinding on each other next to the bar where we're trying to make some money. It's like, if you don't carry your ass out to the dance floor, but the people
That sounded old right there when you said that. You sound like
the
old
people
man.
who have some actual money spent at the
Can
bar.
come get a drink.
Yeah. Stop clogging up. Stop bottlenecking certain parts of my establishment.